stuff out. Plus we got to make sure. Yeah. It's easier when it's a live link. Make sure we got to fix this also.
Hey everybody, we're a little early, so we're just getting a good view here and gonna share it out. A little lower, right about there is probably fine because we can move it up. We are sitting here with the Aftershock box from the Aftershock Kickstarter. It is a big box. I have the Street Masters base game here next to it for reference. It's pretty big. Hey Pierre, it is huge. We're not going to open it up for a few minutes just to give people a chance to hop on here.
We're going to share it around real quick. I'm guessing I don't need to put it on the main page because we already did, right? Actually, I guess all of them already. Do we have to post the link though?
I think Scotty left a comment on the Kickstarter. I think he's doing an update to.
I made a funny ironic coast. Ironic.
What?
Hey Bob. Not much is up. We are just enjoying this huge box here sitting in front of us. Can't wait to crack it open. That fits about. Could 3 of those fit there? Or 2.5?
Yeah, about 2 1/4 maybe. I can only imagine once we get all the stuff in there. This thing is not that heavy because the amount of stuff in the Aftershock box is about like kind of a standard expansion. Aside from all those plastic dividers, those are kind of heavy. But once everything is in here, I think it's going to be an extremely heavy box. We'll test that out with everything.
A team lift sticker. Yeah, this thing. Honestly. We make a lot of big jokes, but like this is actually a pretty good size. Like it's not something I would think is very overbearing if I would take it somewhere. Like, hey, let's check this game out, guys. It's big for sure. It's bigger than most boxes, but I don't think it's not like the when I got the Sentinels, the Multiverse card game box, which was just cards. That thing I can't take anywhere. It's a huge brick.
It is a little bit bigger than the base, like. Not longer. Heavy, it's a little bit longer. Like the thickness is the same as the game, but it is a little bit longer. But it still fits in a Kallax shelf. I'm sure it's gonna be a question we'll get asked a lot. But yeah, I just tested it on the Kallax in my storage closet here, and it fits.
Yeah, Chris, we launched the video early just so we could share it out. We're not opening it until you're not late or anything. We're opening it at 11:30. We just figured we'd get this link posted up and have time for people to come settle in and.
Check out the side art.
The bottom's the cool part.
There's that one side. Here is another side. That's the best side, obviously. Twin Tiger. Another side. And the other side.
The coochie. The bottom's really cool.
Also, show off the bottom here. That is. Well,
is it?
Oops.
Yes, it is.
Because you put the lid on upside down, didn't you?
No.
So we have choose your fighter. There's a lot of fighters. Choose your enemy deck.
Make sure you talk loud. People have been complaining about our audio not being loud enough because we're soft
spoken. I don't think what we're saying is that important, so it's okay. And then choose your stage. There's all the stages. Fight. That is until we have to add more stuff. I'm gonna leave it here for a minute though. while everybody filters in.
Okay, Scotty says his audio's good. Where else should I post? Do I need to post this? I had it on the I put it on the Facebook group.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
All right.
I think we're good.
I don't think I put it on my personal page.
And we're pretty much ready to start. Yes, this will fit in a Kallax. I mentioned that earlier, but I'm sure it's going to be asked a lot, so I will repeat it every
we'll show an
5
example,
minutes.
too. We'll take this off the tripod when we're done after it's all loaded up, and we'll stick it in the KLX. Because we'll actually do a 2-part video. We're gonna open this up. We're gonna look at the cool stuff inside, what you get. We'll also, if time permits, we'll go ahead and put my stuff in here to kind of show off some storage. Any chance that people like me who missed Kickstarter can get this? I only found out at the Street Masters group.
Maybe.
Yeah. There's going to be some stock available for conventions and direct sales.
It's fine. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and
with all the new stuff that has been unlocked, will the box also fit all the minis? Yeah.
Well, we're gonna try it out here.
Yeah. Well, we've seen it in production. If it fits fine, but you won't be able to fit the miniature trays in here. It's more if you just bag the miniatures and put them in there.
All right, so we are ready to launch here. This is ready to start looking at the inside of this thing. We broke the saran wrap off just to show off the box art, all the different side art, lots of cool stuff. Take the lid off here. It is a large lid.
Pull the sides out a little bit. Let some air in there.
Turn that around. So the first thing you're going to get in there is the errata rulebook.
The new rulebook.
Yeah, this is because in the Kickstarter, anybody who already had the Street Master stuff and just got the new stuff, here's a new rulebook. We want to make sure everybody got the errata rulebook.
And here are the Aftershock expansion rules. This has rules for the new missions, the new simultaneous play variant, and some more clarifications for the story rules.
This is a sticker sheet, which we will show you what this is for, but this is so you can customize some of the stuff that's inside this box.
We have a sheet of punch board for the Aftershock expansion. It has the colored defense tokens. These are the ones that are 5 quantities, as you see on the power side.
These were planned normally to be just 5 values because we wanted. Sometimes you get lots of tokens out there, but also the stretch goals brought in color ones for even the single ones.
Yeah, so people could use these for singles and ignore the 5 on them, but if they have the stretch goal stuff, they can just use the stretch goal ones that are singles. These are the mission tokens coming in each player color, and then the simultaneous play variants. And these are also useful not just for simultaneous play, but also just for normal play.
Clean punches too.
Yeah, those are awesome little tokens there. And then allies and rivals for the stories included. And then we have a couple new stages, we have 4 new stages, but a couple tiles. We have Bogged Down here, this swampy area. We have Derailed in the train yard. There's the Triage, the Rundown Hospital, and then the Meltdown, which is probably my favorite new stage, in the nuclear reactor. Pretty cool looking.
All right. This is the tray on the top here, just to protect all the miniatures and the cards, some of the cards you get. So I'll take the lid off this thing. You got the regular dividers. You want to bust those open?
Yep. Send it on there.
And then cards, loot cards, mission cards. And we have the miniatures from Aftershock. So I'll show these off. I'm not sure you can see very well in this, in this video, but we'll show off some of the cool miniatures.
These are all the new decks in the game. The stages, the Showdown decks, which is the new feature in this expansion, also one of the new mechanics. There's the new enemies, the new fighters. Very colorful.
Here's one of the minions from the drawing blank Project X faction.
Yeah, it's the
abandoned. That's it. I was going to say the
Exiled. They were called 3 different things in the playtesting.
These guys are big. I'll show you compared to one of the other abandoned minions. This little guy right here, he's huge. Yeah, Baron is big. And then the other one in the abandoned is Stacy, Brady's favorite.
Ronnie's favorite. And we've shown these off before when we did other unboxings, but here's the new mission card backs. New mission cards. Here's some new loot cards. Got candy bars. Got flare guns. Some survival rations. All kind of cool survival themed.
And there's the two villains in the Aftershock box. We have Project X and the Proxy. And I will show you the rest of the Proxy minions here. We have Mr. Russo.
I don't know size of sleeves. I recommend I personally like the Dragon Shield, which I think only come in one size. The Dragon Shield sleeves.
There's Clean Sweep.
Those are nice. They fit nice and tight.
And here is Executive. And let me show you the heroes. So we have the first hero is Ronnie, Boxer. Oops. These miniatures are so much improved than the first wave. Lita, their crowbar. My personal favorite, Veda. And we have a guy with two forms here, Murphy, in his janitor form, and Beast Out. Those are the miniatures you will find in the Aftershock box.
So inside the box, underneath that tray, you'll see these trays. So these are nice, sturdy cardboard token trays. There's 4 here. They actually have dividers within them. So if you want to put 2 different types of tokens, you can take these out and just have one type. It's your choice. But these are pretty handy.
Sticker sheets are for. These
so you can
sides are wrapped in black, and you can stick them with whatever you want.
So let's say you want to have your kick defense here and your punch defense here. You could have stickers on either side, and then you'd be able to just quickly reference when you're playing the game. You can pass them around the table. Here's some punch defense. Here's kick defense. So these are really handy. So not only do they serve as good support for stacking stuff on top or bottom, but they're also good storage. And there's a kind of a miscellaneous one here if you want to put your small cards in here, which happen to fit just really nicely there. So you can stack them up there and then put other token types in bags or whatever you want to do. It's customizable. And then,
or your fighter figures.
Yeah, but fighter figures are good also in these big wells down here because you have your cards here. These are the cards. These are the Aftershock cards. These are your new fighters, stages, stories. Here's the plastic dividers that came with this, which covers all the products in the Street Masters line. And then there's some nice foam blocks in there. But also, these all come out as well. So these are what these look like, these card wells. And they can come out, so you can pull these out if you need to pass them around the table when you're setting up or anything. They sit in the bottom there.
Too that these cards fit. The cards from Aftershock will fit in this tray if you, for some reason, just want the Aftershock cards in here. But I don't know if anybody would ever want to do that.
Yeah, so you'll have all of these for storage, and you'll probably, I think even if you're sleeving your cards, even if you sleeve them all, I believe you'll only fill up 2.5 maybe and a little bit. So you'll have actually extra room for like all your bagged miniatures in there. And we could actually show off how this storage will work. I'm not sure if we have enough time to go through and put everything in here, but I'd be more than happy to.
I mean,
do we have a call at all, or?
It's only 11:37.
Okay, so
we just started.
So let's say, for example, let's do a little. I'll show off how I would do this. So here's my current token storage situation. I have this box here separate from my other. So I have my fighter miniatures here. I have my rivals and allies here. And then I have some various tokens, like here's my redemption tokens. Here's my stage-specific tokens from certain expansions. And here's a bunch of character tokens that you don't really need to use if you have miniatures. They're just there in case I need them for any weird reason. So I have my token types here. So let's say, for example, I want to put my damage in here. So this is going to be my one damaged side. Fill this up real quick. And I've also already replaced my regular defense tokens with color defense from the Aftershock expansion. So that's a good example too. I showed some of those off because who needs the old ones now anymore? There's all my 1 damage. I'll put all the 5s, 10s, and 25s over here. And are there stickers for those? Yeah, there's stickers. So Adam can stick, oops, put those on the wrong side. Adam can put stickers on the sides of these to kind of mark. There's all my damage.
These are nice too because they're basically just, you pull them out, you're ready to play. You can set these.
Pick defense in here. So you'll see these are the colored ones from the stretch goals box, which I already punched out from our last unboxing. We'll use kick over here. And I'm going right now. I'm just going mixing my my fives with my singles because they're kind of easy to tell apart. They just have the number on them. And I'll put my grapples over here. Actually, let's do punches, kicks and punches.
I don't know why we have to have so many defense tokens in this game.
There we go. Well, these are actually more than you would need because I think this is actually more than what came with a single stretch goal box. So now I don't need my token box anymore. Any questions on there?
Nope.
All right, so we have my old boxes here. Oh, you want to get me those, and those. I don't need any of these.
You just knock those out.
Ugh. So I still have 3 little compartments for tokens. Here's some more stage tiles. I'll add these to my Aftershock ones that just came in because I've been waiting to play those. And once these will go in, you can put them on top of all of your tokens or put them underneath the tokens, however you would prefer. I won't need these because I already have these. I already have those.
You don't need the fives, you said?
Yeah, I won't need the 5s. We'll also have little compartments for dice. I'll use one for enemy dice, one for fighter dice. And then for this spare one here, we could do base rings. Boom. Now I'm gonna have a lot of extra baggies. Actually, I'd probably put these. These would be bagged up with, where's the, yeah, with these. Let's put these together. I'll take these.
You have the mission tokens in this bag?
Yes. Let's see what's in here. Ugh. This box is going to be heavy. That is, once it's got everything in there, it's going to be a little brick. Put this, well, let's see what we got here. All the stages there. Yeah. I think all of this is just that stuff, so this one's the old one. Here's what I was looking for. Okay. So we got our cards and turbo dice. So we'll add these. Those are important. So these are the turbo dice. Came with the stretch goals. We'll put those in with the enemy dice there.
And put your objective tokens in your crates in your base ring spot.
Now, see, personally, when I get home, I'm gonna put a cardboard divider here, so I can just keep those there without sliding around. Because I'm really into foam core and electrical tape. If you can't tell, I made my own inserts for the old Master stuff. So let's go ahead and put some cards in our card wells here. So we have our awesome new dividers. Start with fighters. Divide these up. All right, where are my fighters? So we have, this is backwards. So I need Along. too many fighters in this game, guys. The dimensions of the wells, that's a good question. I don't have a ruler on. Let me check with this. So they fit the plastic dividers pretty snug. There's a little room on either side. And the tops of the dividers don't quite sit flush with the tops. They have some space on top too. I don't have the exact dimensions on hand unless Adam has a ruler nearby.
For what?
For the exact dimensions of the wells inside. I cannot find how long. Watch it be the very, what the heck? Oh, it's probably the other stack.
You want dimensions for what, these wells?
Yeah, someone was asking the dimensions of the wells.
They are
Did you answer these questions up here?
about 2 3/4.
Were you following these questions?
2 3/4.
2 3/4 wide.
About 4.5 tall.
4.5 tall.
Or deep, whatever you want to call it.
Depth.
And then lengthwise is 11 and almost 11 3/4. 11/16. 11 and 11/16.
Are you following these questions over here? Because I'm trying to sort these real quick.
I
So
will
we get this.
take a look at them.
Also
All right, let me catch up here real quick. Yeah, it's not going to be a specific question, more chatter.
Where's Gabriel? There we go.
Why don't you just tell me the divider you need?
Well, you can look at here. I'm doing alphabetical glam.
We have too many fighters in this game, guys.
Yeah, we were thinking about doing more, but I don't know. I think you guys have enough for a while.
Give
Those don't make more.
you guys a chance to play through some of this stuff before we throw more at you.
Gucci. Shit.
Language. Jack.
Come on.
Dr. Bandage, it will fit in a KLX for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna show that in once we get this packed up here.
Jackal.
And I'm just trying to get this organized because I want to take it home and play it later because I haven't played the new stuff yet. I'm really excited to.
There's Kimono. Kiryu.
Oops.
If you are interested in getting the Street Master stuff after the Kickstarter fulfillment, we will be putting remaining inventory on sale on our website. And as I've been linking on the Facebook group, places like Miniature Market.
Where's Kenshin?
Oh, I saw Mac. Places like Miniature Market and Game Nerds have the base game up for pre-order right now. Mac.
Which seems like you might start seeing that more often.
Not actually. There's it's not a perfect square. So one way will take up the whole one, but if you turn it sideways, there's about like we'll show after we're done boxing this up. We'll show you. We'll take the camera off the tripod and show you how it fits on a Kalax. Megan, Murphy, Natalia, Project X, Raven, Renee, Reese.
That divider is really ripped up, my Reese divider, because I've played that guy a little too much, I think. Until I constantly shuffle to him.
Celine, Shadow, the Dawn, Proxy.
Oh, hold on. Tight squeeze. There we go. That's probably enough for that one. Alright, next well. That's one well filled.
Tiger,
Which is almost all the fighters. Including that's all the fighters that exist in the game. All the redemption, plus expansions, and Cecil Beta Sultanfuss. That is all the fighters.
what do you want next?
I want the story decks. I guess fighter stories. Get those out of the way. The hero stories, which will be kind of hard to pull out here. So we have.
Yes, I am a miniatures painter. Brady paints sometimes, not nearly as often, but he does bag his painted miniatures, and he is not. Once he paints, he's not very careful with them. He just wants color on them. So I've noticed sometimes he's had some chipping, mainly on the bases of the miniatures, which is easy to touch up.
Hero stories.
There's that. But I've honestly, on my miniatures, I don't really store them bagged up, so I haven't had an experience with that. But I usually varnish my guys pretty thoroughly.
These are all the hero stories in the game.
This is why we.
That's why the game takes forever to come out.
Yeah. So it slows it down the most.
I shouldn't say takes forever. We're usually pretty timely with our deliveries, but
It feels like it.
yeah, when you're on the development side of things feels like it takes forever.
Are you doing an overview next?
I don't know. I'm trying to see how much space this will take up. Not too bad. All right, that's all the hero stories. How much? Where's the overview cards? Yeah, let's do. Where's the overview?
I typically store my painted miniatures on my shelves. I don't like to box up my painted miniatures. If I do, I have some, bags, some miniatures bags, like battle foam, things like that. But also, like my Mice and Mystics game that I play with my daughter, like I painted those up and I bag them. They don't chip. That's probably the only game I can think of that I bag up my painted miniatures. I think I painted some Mansions figures, but they kind of just sit in the box. I don't shake my box around that much, so. What's next?
That's all my fighters. Let's see how about the stories, maybe?
Story decks, story pool.
Yeah, just story decks, yes.
Oh, I saw a question earlier up there. Is this everything from the Street Masters or just the Aftershock content? This is everything for the game. The whole game line. Brady's whole collection, basically. You guys are watching Brady organize his game because he just wants his organized. And
I've been waiting for this box so I can actually start playing stuff a little easier. Give me the story pool. Put that back here. Where are my I'm gonna put my other cards with the story pool. My turn cards and reference cards and stuff. And then I guess maybe Showdown decks and Rivals and Allies maybe. Put these up here.
There's Showdowns.
Oh yeah, I should have brought the cards over. Well, my personal boxes are quite empty right now. Let's do Showdown decks here, and then we'll do some enemy decks, I guess.
You know what the Allies and Rivals?
Oh yeah, might as well grab those real quick. These are all stages here. Probably on the last one. There's Allies and Rivals. Now this stack includes everything, including Brook City promos and stuff. So these are all the Allies and Rivals of the game, which is a lot. It's a whole lot of content, guys.
No, the new dividers do not have text on them.
Let me see these.
Since we did the overview cards do
Serve that purpose.
serve that purpose.
Cinderella family, Clan Torty.
Scotty's favorite, Cybertooth, Davenport.
That's my favorite so far, I think. Oops. We played Davenport Manor with one of our buddies, and man, that's a good faction.
What's the Onyx League?
Did I mix it up in there accidentally? I saw Oni in there, so it could be.
Very bottom there.
Oh no, they fell over.
Who's the next Recyclord?
No, Parasol. I love that logo. Recyclord. Abandoned. Akashi.
These new dividers are very durable.
Brotherhood. Cartel.
The nice thing about this box is it's kind of customizable, where you can kind of store it how you like. You know, you can do your whatever token combinations you want. There's no specific spot where everything has to go.
And then Nwali. And the Oni.
I think enemy decks are the thing that we have the least of in this game, so the fighters in the stages definitely outnumber them.
Push these back there. For now, and then so many cards. It's hard to. There, stages. So this box is just miniatures now. This can go. This can go. Am I sure you mean?
Yeah, like
I'm not. Give me that lid. I would not recommend it personally. Obviously, because
yes, the horizontal dividers have been replaced by the vertical ones. If you're using the Aftershock box. If you're not using the Aftershock box, yeah, you stick with the horizontal ones.
all these miniatures. Okay, and these are stages, all the rave. Log down.
Compromised.
Derailed. Ballistic. Meltdown. Mob rules. Step ahead. Personal copy.
It's on. Pure pressure. Holy cow. And then poison the well. Pound pavements. Real terror. There's a lot of decks to go through.
Just curious, even though I said not to sleeve, how many cards are there in total? I honestly would have to do some math or some counting to count up all these cards.
I can comfortably say do not sleeve your cards, though. I would never sleeve. I would never advise anybody to sleeve all these cards. Because if you play it enough to ruin any of your cards, first off, that's awesome. Congratulations. Second off, I don't know how you have so much time. Because I play this game all the time. My cards are still fantastic condition.
Could show off some fighter decks that we didn't see last time. If we have time, yeah, we can probably show some once we get
Which
these.
one is that? Rude Awakening.
Front. Running Wild. Schooled. Spring Break. Steel Memories. Supply and Demand. I just gave you Supply and Demand. Oh, Sudden Death is...
Why would you do that?
Ceremony. Triage. Under Destruction. So we had all the dividers. And I honestly thought there would be more space left over. Like, oh, I guess you foamed some of them up.
I thought, yeah, you could cram them more. I just want to keep a little space there because what I would ideally like to do is put some.
So if Brady didn't use the foam, I think that this would probably fill up. Like there'd be about maybe one left, or
Let's see. No, because these are pretty close. Without these don't have no foam.
yeah. But if this was over here, you'd probably have like half of a well left, with all the cards in the game in those dividers, in those wells.
So then you have all of your tiles. Let's see how much space we have here. So I might put those.
You want these dividers in your box?
Let's see what this looks like here. Oh, how do these go again?
The long one goes here.
No.
Oh, you turn the box around. That's why.
There's a lot of space on top. So I could lay all of the. I probably want to get a trade. I probably lay all of my bag miniatures on top here and then pull them out.
Are those your loot cards or those?
I already have them. I already have new ones mixed in here. So all of these.
I put these over here.
These will. Oh yeah, there we go. I can use this for the miniatures. Pull the miniatures on here. Pull them out. So these will go here.
Do you want the rule books?
Yeah, they go on top. Yeah.
Is this your stuff? Do you need those rule books or?
No, these are the new ones. I don't need these. I have my own. Do you have a small bag? One of those. Those are too big. All right, so let's see. Actually, these could go underneath. So I'm wondering if I want to put the stage tiles on top of these. Maybe a small bag for that. Actually. Huh? Oh, there we go. This is the right side. All right, so these go here. I'm gonna put the stage tiles on top of these because these are pretty sturdy. Wait, I moved it again. So these go here, right? Where's the sticker sheet?
Here.
Let me make sure you put it with this other stuff.
Your stuff?
Yeah, I want it.
Well,
Just-
what's this? Is this just extra?
no, those are mine.
Do you want them not in there?
Well, I was gonna bag them up because they were kind of loose there. That, I think I'm gonna put. I think I will put the map, the stage tiles underneath. Put the things on the tray there so you can see. Cause I gotta keep them in place. Take these there. That like that.
Other way.
Beautiful. Perfect. So maybe not everyone's ideal situation, but this is what I prefer to do. Is I put all of my bagged miniatures of all my enemy factions on here on this tray, so you just pull them off like this with this little lid that came with it. I'll put that. I'll pack it up later. So that'll cover that up.
Where's the bottom? Is it this way?
The bot. I have the. Yeah. Right. No, you're put upside down, but either way.
So this, everything in the game that's out right now, except you didn't have those miniatures.
No, they'll fit though. There's
But
space there.
there's one more enemy faction of miniatures to bag up. But everything fits in there. This is Brady's entire collection. I'm scared to lift it. Try it here.
Are you putting it in there? Do you have to rotate it, or is it?
It's actually not nearly as heavy as I thought it was going to be.
You have to set it flat.
No. We can show you how this will fit in the KLX. Hang on a second before I move this out of the way.
This is gonna be hard to do because I can't see. I can't see what I'm filming.
I can. So this is my storage closet. Ignore the mess. I don't keep this clean. But yeah, you can see it just fine. This is a KLX.
Can I rotate it at all?
I wouldn't mess with it. Just down. You're fine. So it fits in the KLX like that. If you want more space, you can turn it sideways. And there's actually a little bit more, little breathing room there. Like that.
My fears are assuaged though, because I was actually nervous about getting all my miniatures in there, but they all fit bagged up just fine on top.
And
There's some breathing room.
It
up
is
top.
heavy, but I'm not like that strong, so I can lift it up. You probably don't want to carry with one hand.
I know, just brace it. I'm gonna balance it with one hand. Yeah, it's doable. Yeah, it's hard to balance with one hand, but all right. So I guess that's a wrap, right? Any other questions or anything? Because I'm holding the phone, so I can't see.
Oh,
you can rotate it.
They want to see the wells.
Oh yeah, well I'm holding it now, so.
All right, so yeah, we'll show you we'll open the box back up. If we didn't
Do you wanna hold it?
If we didn't go on, can we still modify orders? The pledge manager is closed.
Here.
So
Here, hold this. I was gonna bag up these guys too, because I got extra bags.
the pledge manager is closed, but like I said, once Kickstarter fulfills, we'll be selling stuff on the website.
See, I have room here for those extra enemy factions. I'll just bag them up. See, these are all bagged up individually. I did paint my guys, you can see, so I've bagged them up. They might chip. Honestly, I don't care though. Like, as long as you can tell what color they were, that's why I painted them. So, we'll pull this out. This tray comes out like that. Holds all the miniatures. Again, I'll probably make a custom one for that. There's all my stuff. Beautiful organization. So I got my loot cards, my mission cards, and then some various tokens, which I'll probably make my own wells for. These things come out. And then they wanted to see a card well, like one individual card.
Well, they
well.
just wanted to see the card wells.
Oh,
like,
okay.
so this is every single card in the Street Masters game line. So these are the fighters here. Most of the fighters, they spill up to here. These are all the stories. Let me go this way so I can read them better. These are the enemies right here. These are allies and overview. These are the Showdown decks, allies and rivals.
Fit in here? Dang it, so close.
And then these are all the stages. So a lot of stuff. And Sorry if it's getting. Can you pull one out real quick? Just so you can
hardball?
yeah, as I don't know, it's easy to do that.
Yeah. So
Again,
you see that angle there. So yeah, they slide right out.
This
nice and
you can sticker these too if you want. Honestly, I'm probably never gonna take those out of the box. Those will probably stay in the box for me. But
yeah, they are sturdy though. They do hold up if you need to take them out and move them around or anything.
yeah, so this is foam. Brady, if you take the foam out, these would go.
So
Yeah, I think there'd be a little bit over half a well left if you crammed everything in this last well instead of foaming it up like Brady did. So, if you want to put that back in the box, I can go put it on a scale real quick and see how much it weighs. Like,
those aren't in there yet. So
I don't think that's gonna affect the weight that much.
But
But
it's gonna put everything. I mean,
I will go. I will add I'll add half a pound to it.
I got bags right here.
All right. No, these cards are not sleeved.
I will never sleeve a card.
If these cards are sleeved, I'm not sure how much more space a sleeved card takes up than a non-sleeved card. We'll have to experiment with. I'm not sure if we can experiment with that. I think someone at Blacklist might have their cards sleeved. We'll try that.
Holy cow, these guys are huge. They won't fit in the bags. You have a bigger bag anywhere? You have a big bag anywhere?
Not up here.
You guys might fit. A small bag. Oh no! There we go.
So the last thing we'll do is Brady's gonna box everything back up again, and I will take this over to my bathroom scale, and I'll see how much it weighs.
Now this is literally everything. I gotta glue a Genesis wings back on because I don't like to attach things. Thought she was gonna hold up, but guess not. And then the fighters. Where did I put the fighters at? Probably on this bag also. There. This is how many fighters are or how many fighter miniatures are in the game. I wish I had a more elegant storage solution for the miniatures, but honestly, it's just easier this way. Alright, so that's all the miniatures. So the tiles go back in. Put these for now. That in there. I love these things. The rules are on here, right?
Yeah. So the clear plastic tray we're using is the tray that was on top of the miniatures
lid, yeah.
back tray. And here, if you hold the phone, you don't have to follow me. I'll just run in there real quick and wait and come back.
What if I want to follow you into your bathroom?
Because I'm sure they don't want to be walking through my house. So.
All right. You guys can just see me drink iced coffee instead. It's very bright. Personally, I always sleeve only the cards that are constantly being shuffled. I can understand that. I think I'm really overly anal about how I do cards, how I shuffle cards.
25 pounds. 25.2 pounds.
It's not too bad.
So we have 25 pounds worth of Street Master stuff in the box. Hopefully we're gonna not release anything else for a while, so everybody got a chance to play it. So, any other questions, or did we cover everything?
I'm gonna go ahead and flip this around real quick, and then will it mess up if I rotate it? Oh, it's locked. Darn. Okay, well, yeah, I guess we should wrap up there because my phone's being weird with this YouTube thing. So, Any other questions? Slip 2.
Thanks for joining us, guys. We got a big box that fits everything. That paint their miniatures and want to carefully store them. Probably want to. I would personally just use one of the other Street Masters boxes. If I was doing it, I would
Get some
just
foam,
have
some
I
battle
would have
foam,
I would have the Street Masters base game box to store miniatures personally. So
Yeah, but we'll always explore other ways to do. Some guy, when's the next Street Masters Kickstarter? I don't think you mean that. Once you guys get this stuff, we'll see what kind of song you're singing then. But we were debating whether or not when to do more content for this, and after seeing all this, it's like, oh,
he wanted to see some decks, I guess.
oh yeah. You open those up. So those are the new ones.
I know they want stretch goals.
Oh,
That's the ones they want.
well here, hold this then. I know where they
Put
all.
it back up on the. Put it back up on the.
Well, you have to guide it because I can't see.
You just flip it around. Flip the camera around.
I did. There.
All right. I'll answer questions. Brady will dig out the decks.
Can you fit in this? What decks? What am I getting?
I know they said they wanted to see. Let me scroll up real quick.
Stream Master stickers.
I can't find it, but if you had any decks you wanted to see specifically, shout them out. We'll show them off a little bit. I think there was a request for Raven, I think.
I can pull Raven out. How am I ever gonna find them? Oh yeah, there's dividers.
Raven, Renee, Miss Matrix, Kenshin.
All right, so Raven. Here is her card back. Pretty cool looking. So she has so character card, obviously. Her basic ability is Monster Hunter, and she has a charged effect called Execution.
Don't need to go through each ability, just
I
show
know.
some art.
There's Dark Thirst. Can you see okay? Is that showing up okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Dark Thirst. Shadow Assault. That's awesome. This one's called Staked. That almost looks like a gargoyle from Ultra Quest. Ruthless Stalker, kind of the urban vampire hunter look.
Why don't you just go behind the camera so you can hold them and look them at the same time?
Well, I make sure I can't see where I'm lined up, so make sure you tell me. All good. Isolated Prey. Hallower Senses. That's a cool piece. Silver Bolts. Feast. All right, next up.
Just let me know who you need. Renee.
Well, I'm gonna put this back anyway, so I don't mind walking over there. Here, I know where it goes.
Someone asked for Renee next.
I thought we did that last time.
Let me just show them off here. All right. So here's her card back. Character card. She has a reference card because she uses a hacking or she has a special hacking install feature that explains how that works. Electromagnetic grip mod. Optimal positioning. Bionic implant. This one is study offensive formation. Cybernetic warfare, or cyber, what's that? Covering fire. I'm thinking of a different game. Stim dart. Little healing. Analyzed weakness. And calculated response. All right, who's next?
Well, I saw Chan and then Hanzo and Kenshin, and I'm not sure. So, I guess you're going from up here, Renee.
Well, somebody asked for.
So I see Miss Matrix next.
Miss Matrix, Kenshin, something like that.
Yeah, so it looks like Miss Matrix, then Kenshin, then Chan, then Hanzo.
Miss Matrix. She's got some really cool art. That's her card back.
Yeah, Miss Matrix is all about messing with the mall, which is like her form of the internet. My video is loading for some reason.
Booting up. Hack and slash. Into the Ethernet. Protected server.
And if anybody remembers, Miss Matrix's whole shtick is playing cards into other areas of the game. Instead of just her fighter play area, she'll play cards in the enemy play area or the stage play area and kind of just mess with the whole reality of the game.
AFK. Scrambled code. And the last one is malware.
Kenshin was next? Yeah, I think Kenshin was, and then Chan, and then Hanzo.
I thought we showed Chan.
Yeah, we've showed all of these before, but that was a different video, so maybe if they didn't catch that video, we can...
Kenshin.
I guess we could show them. I guess.
Here's the card back. Inspiring takedown. Defensive sweep.
That glare is bad, man. You give this all open on purpose?
Yeah, for the light.
Let's see. Seems much better than me.
Not really. I'll let the viewers chime in, but it seems like the glare is almost worse now. I would say these words, but I'd probably just, yeah, it's very bright, Brady. Brady.
Right?
Yeah, it's worse.
Worse than with the windows open?
Protected, or practice techniques.
Alright. You asked for it. This does not fit in there, correct?
No.
It's too thin.
Kenshin is done. This one was asking for, what was the next one?
There
One of
was...
the reptiles.
Well, I think Chan and then reptiles.
What if I don't want to show Chan?
It's understandable.
What if I don't like pandas?
It's understandable too.
Rough and tumble. This was a good piece. Unexpected footwork. You're never going to expect a panda to kick you in the face. Maul. Chan is a very straightforward fighter. Get your kids to play. Fast pause. Terror on two legs. Intimidating Presence.
Did this box come with base rings?
No.
Okay.
Terrifying Roar. Alright. And then what's the best reptile to show off? Was it Wicked? Is that what they asked for?
I think it has for Wicked, yeah.
I can show off Wicked. There's also one for Hanzo. Wicked. Night Child. Daughter of Mercy. Faceful. Whoops. The Salve. We have lots of naming conventions. We all take part in naming cards. Like typically, if I'm designing a deck, I name a lot of cards. Brady designs.
And then I rename
deck.
them all.
He renames some of them. Actually, one of the guys from Blacklist who pretty much came up with the reptile concept, he named a lot of these cards.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Merciless
know the
Release.
reptile ones. Those were like a pet project, so.
100 Wounds. The Blackout. And Gnarly. Shooting blood from her eyes. Because that's what Wicked does.
Alright.
Wildfire. I guess I can show Wildfires.
Since we're here,
She's all about animal spirits. She has Mozunsi Clutch. Sorry,
I'm trying to pronounce this.
I'm not going to pronounce these.
They'll just murder them.
Something Dive. I think, was Scotty named these?
Yeah,
Scotty can pronounce these for you next time
Gotta
he's
get the
doing a
research
video.
on those.
Bear. These are Native American, right?
Yeah,
Like,
the name all the naming conventions.
All right. Someone wants to see a Showdown deck, but you're gonna have to do that. Mine leaning over too much. My back hurts.
Is it Showdown?
You want to see a Showdown deck example?
No, just any of them.
Just anything? I didn't see a certain one requested.
There was just an example. Doesn't matter which one.
Oh, let's grab some
I think we show off all the fighters that we need to show off.
Cut.
Do you like that?
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like that. The default coloring. I wonder if we should like mess with it a little bit. All right, so we have. Let's do Davenport Manor Showdown deck. So
We're looking at a sample logo for the next game we're going to be doing. Hopefully we can talk about that one soon.
yeah, once we get some more details on it. So the Showdown decks will consist of 3 story cards, and these will detail when they appear. Typically, the Showdown will be played alongside whatever your first story is, whichever your first game in your story is. and the outcomes will dictate when the next one happens. Part 2, if you're playing like a main story, it'll happen, I believe, during your 3rd stage in that story. And the last one is the very final one. That happens after all other stages are done in the story. So they work very much like story cards. They just focus on a certain villain. In this case, they'll focus on Celine and her Davenport Manor. So after you do a showdown stage, the enemy may or may not get one or more upgrades. There's like upgrade cards to their boss card. There's one upgrade per each of their events or tactics or whatever their deck focuses on. For example, she has a special card called House Rules. In her deck, this is what spits out curses at players, the curse tokens that come into play. So she can actually upgrade that card as well. And these will come out randomly. So these are all based on the same ones of her deck. So we've shown off some of this art before, but just, there's the House Rules card, the creepy Davenport Manor exterior. There's, what is that one? Butchering Hour. Pretty creepy looking.
Question for both of us. What's your favorite character or fighter other than the ones based off of you? I would say Veda is my favorite. Adam?
Mine rotates so much, but the most recent game we played, I played the Don from Redemption 2, and he is probably one of my more recent favorite fighter decks. He's really fun. He's really, really interesting.
I pledged for the Super Tier and Redemption Pack 2. Everything else was an add-on. Should be available in the store later, right? Yes. Inventory... determining by how much inventory is left, so it's limited by inventory.
My pack is away, right?
Yeah, we have a company call here in a minute, so we need to wrap up.
Talk about our next project.
So yeah, thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you guys got a good idea how this storage box will work. Hopefully it is what you guys were hoping for. Looks like it fits everything that Brady wanted to put in a box himself. So his collection is
Works for me.
good to go. And yeah, looking forward to getting this out, in production, shipping out to you guys as soon as we can. Can't wait to have everybody in their hands and playing. Anybody who has friends that are interested in Street Masters, go check out Miniature Market, Game Nerds, other online retailers who now have the base game up for pre-order. Stay tuned for information regarding the rest of the content, the rest of the products. So, thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you.